posture. Feel the ground under your feet, sink the hips, relax your shoulders and feel your feet. Just take a couple of slow, gentle breaths. Feel the hips really sink. Notice the contact with your feet and the ground. So draw the toes in and lengthen through the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders. So we're learning a new move today, another part of the second half of the Tai Chi form. But in the meantime, we're focusing on our feet. You want to let go in the lower back, sink the hips, sink the shoulders, and just extend up through the Bahwei point in the crown of the head. Your chin is resting on an imaginary small ball. And you draw the toes in and breathe. And then turn the waist. Breathe, sink the hips, lengthen through the spine. Oh, I've got some more people. Oh my goodness. Little. Fabulous. Right, I will disable the waiting room. I think that's everyone. That's great. Wow, what a great turnout on a really horrible foggy morning. It was just, yeah, I went out there earlier and it was like, bruh, quite, yeah, but it's nicer indoors. So we're turning and we're sinking. I'll just check. I think everyone's here now. So keep breathing, very good. And also be very mindful of the corners. So turn, so scan in between the corners. So be mindful of what's happening with the transition from corner to corner, but also be very definite about when you are facing the corner. So you turn your shoulders and hips so that they're facing each of the corners. And we're breathing. And we're relaxed. So the contact with the feet, very important, and in particular for this morning. Also notice that your hips are level, so you can actually use, if you've got some of your torso visible, you can actually use your image when you're doing the movements, and you can see your little picture in the window. You can check that your hips are level. And we're breathing. Okay, we'll come back to that in a bit. Have a little shake out. Check your posture, and we're just going to rock forwards and back. So relax around your joints. So relax around the ankle joint, relax around the knee and the hips, relax around the shoulders, elbow and wrist. And we're just swaying forwards and back. And I'll show you that from the diagonal view. So diagonal view. So I'm nice and tall. I'm listening behind and above. I'm softly gazing forwards. And I'm breathing. Sink the hips. Sink the hips and relax. And you're just gently drawing the toes in. Keep your breathing natural and soft. And then relax around the jaw. We're breathing forwards and back. Okay, now allow your weight to settle just behind the ball of each foot, and just take your time to settle into that posture. Make sure it's correct. Make sure you're correctly aligned. Just take your time, and then we're just going to very gently transfer the weight. So when you're transferring your weight, keep your hips level. Keep your shoulders level. Make sure your knees are in line with your toes. So this is all lined up. And we're nice and relaxed around the jaw. And we're breathing. So while you're doing relatively straightforward movements, really focus on correct alignment and being relaxed and feeling comfortable. to the middle, and then we'll do a round and round. So you're going to the heel to where the ball of the foot and toes meet in a circle. But keep your knees soft and you're still sinking and lengthening. And nice and loose in the arms. Think about your warm bread rolls. And then round in the other direction. Really pay attention to what you can feel beneath your feet. Okay, figure 8, first direction. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and you keep your hips level. 3, 4. Tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is one of the reasons why Tai Chi, or doing Tai Chi Chuan practice, is so good for your balance. Because you spend a lot of time feeling our feet, or feeling the contact beneath the feet, feeling the ground. Okay, change the direction. Direction 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Transfer, turn. Transfer along the diagonal, turn the waist. Transfer along the diagonal, turn the waist. Okay, back to the middle. What we're going to do now, we'll do a little bit of, as it was quite a sort of foggy and a bit cold morning, we're going to do a little bit of the Do In Chinese massage. So put my specs off. So rub the hands together and just relax your wrists, elbows and shoulders and check your posture. And then just very gently tap around your face. So around the jaw, gently on the top of the head, gently on the back of the neck, and then relax the shoulders. I'll put these on so I can see what you're doing. And then we're going to pick a shoulder. So pick a shoulder and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, down the inside of the arm and up the outside of the arm. So especially on a cold morning, this is a really good thing to do. You can even do it while you're still in bed. If you're finding it difficult to get going, or if you want to get going slightly faster than usual, it's actually nice to do. I have done this myself. Very good. And so you can use a fist or you can use your hand, just like a sort of slappy thing, but not hard. Okay, try the other arm so it's not left out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So down the inside of the arm, up the outside of the arm. So I've learned various do-in exercises, Chinese self-massage exercises, mainly from Mike to Brett, Alison Warlow and Evika Scuba. They're all into their massage. We might have even done stuff with Barry, actually. Yeah, we've done some stuff with Barry. Okay, now the spine. Either side of the spine in parallel lines radiating outwards. I'll turn around and show you that. So we're going like this. Around the hips. Down the outsides of the legs. And up the insides of the legs. So, and then again in cold weather, knees can be a bit of an issue. So we're going to do Barry McGinley's knee exercise. Okay, once more, down and up the leg. Now, when you get to your knees, make a cup shape in your hand like that. And we're gonna, I'll just show the knees. I'll come a bit closer so you can see the knees. I'm getting as bad as Barry. And it goes inside, on the top, outside. Got it? So it goes like that, 2, 3. But I'll go back in my spot now. So we go 1, 3, 2. I usually do 5. 3, 4, and 5. And then just give your knees a bit of a massage. And that should help. Okay, then we go on the tummy. And on the chest. And big breath in and out. And then do our bounce, and what we'll do is we'll breathe in, make a fist, and then breathe out. Breathe in, make a fist, and out. Breathe in. So that last one I learnt from Eva. Okay, so hopefully that's woken our body up. We'll just continue with the warm-up. So it is nice. Yeah, it is nice to be thoughtful and kind towards your body. Highly recommended. So we'll just, now we've done the bounce, we can carry on, do a little bit more loosening, and then we'll make sure our shoulders, arms, waist and legs are warmed up. It's very important in cold weather that you warm up. And we're doing correct Tai Chi posture all the time. Okay, now turn the palms up and get that open feeling in the chest. Come a bit closer. So you're opening here, almost like you're stretching across the chest. Show you that from the back. Tall, tall, tall through the head. Softly gazing forwards, listening behind. Breathing. And then change. That's it. Keep breathing some more. show you that from the diagonal. So I'm transfer the weight. So the more you practice your Tai Chi principles while doing relatively straightforward moves, the better your form is. When you're doing your form, it's a bit like I'm learning some nice cello pieces at the moment, but I've been given these exercises to do that are very small, and I've got to look at my posture when I'm playing the cello, and then it makes my pieces sound much better. And it's the same thing. So that's it, and keep breathing. That's great. Very good. Okay, come back to the middle and just sink your hips, lengthen through the spine. Own your space and feel comfortable. You want to feel comfortable, and we're going to do this one. I'll show you this one from the side. So let the palms of your hands really relax and expand. See if you can get your palms of your hands to feel, it's almost like they feel a bit bigger. And sense right to the ends of your fingers, so right to the fingertips, and this open feeling in the hands. And we're breathing. So yeah, I'm also attending a online music festival. I was there till rather late last night, and it's on tonight, last night, and Saturday all day long, pretty much on Saturday from about midday to about 11, I think. And some of the singers, they're very expressive in their hands. So right to the ends of the fingers I was noticing. Keep breathing. Okay, right, Barry's version. So I'll just demonstrate that first from this direction. So I make two fists and they're up quite high, and then when I let go, my heels slightly come up off the ground as the hand goes behind, and you get that stretch there. So we'll do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a bit better. 5, 6, 7, 8, and lengthen through the spine. 11, 12. We just do 20. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Great. So Barry says when you're at home practicing that one, do 40. So you do 40 of these, and it does very good things to the shoulder. But the important thing is, though, when you are doing this one, to really keep the arms very, very relaxed, because it's, yeah, you want to keep it very soft and just nice and easy. Next, forwards and back. So when I used to do this one with Master Chung, every now and then you can do a big movement. So you kind of go 1, 2, 3, and then carry on doing them nice and subdued, and then you can do it backward, and it comes in the intent and also in the quite good, like you're throwing something. Just be careful with the throwing one if you're in the post office queue. You know, you might. Yeah. And we're all breathing. Oh, okay. Check your posture. Good Tai Chi posture. And then wobbling. So the loosening exercises, you can do whole seminars in them. In fact, I did. That one, I spent an entire, in fact, because I was given the honour of being chauffeur-in-chief of the teacher, I was driving him around, Andrew Heckett, for in fact, it might have even been the Wednesday. And the seminar was Friday, Saturday and Sunday. But I actually did that exercise from Thursday. And we just kept doing it. And he did it for the entire weekend. It's really good. Still couldn't do it, but I felt less bad by the end of Sunday afternoon. But the loosening exercise is really good for connecting the body and contain all you need in order to do correct Tai Chi form. Okay. Right. Now, bow and arrow stance, gong bu. So you're keeping your gap between the heels, your shoulder width gap between the heels. We're not going too far with the knee, just to the balance point, and you really want to sink those hips and lengthen through the top of the head. And you're aiming your weight into just behind the ball of each foot, into the bubbling well point of each foot. Feel the weight transfer, sink the hips. And then sink, turn, transfer, turn. Transfer, turn, transfer, turn. Transfer, turn, transfer, turn. Breathing. Very good. Shake out. Other side. Place your foot. Be very deliberate and intentional. So forwards and back first. Adjust your feet as necessary. This is open the lower back. Lengthen. And then sink back. Turn. Sink forward. Turn. Sink back. Turn. Sink forward. Turn. Sink back. Turn. Sink forward. Turn. Keep breathing some more. Okay, now what we're going to do 2 turns per transfer. Back leg, front leg, and really loosen the arms and the waist. Or relax and let go in the arms and the waist, but you're still connected throughout the whole of the body. And then forward and back. Couple more times. Little shake out. Those two exercises with the other leg forward now. Posture check first, then you move. Check the alignment of your knees with the toes. So I'm going to sneak the new movement in. Which is why we're doing a lot of leg work today. 2, 3, 4, we do 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So shoulders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Other direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Dragon serves teacups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Outwards. 1, 2. Soft wrists and hands. 6, 7, 8. Inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over and under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rolling forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rolling back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shake the hands. See an enemy. 3, 4. Okay, well, hands on the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Knees, as it's so cold today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so as promised, okay, after, just before grasp the tiger's ears, which is what we did last week in the second half of the form, and what my plan is to practice each of the movements we do in the second half of the form separate. So we'll just slowly work through each one, all the movements in the second half of the form as a health exercise, lots and lots of times for a while, and then we'll be able to join them all up. You know, considering we're all in less space and stuff, I think it's the best way of learning it. So after you've done your second single whip, you then do your kick with right leg before you go into right grasp the tiger's ears. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice the kick. We're going to go kick with left leg and kick with right leg. So what happens is as you kick, the hand that you're kicking with goes to the front, the other hand goes to the corner, front and the corner. So just get your directions. So put one arm to the front and then the other arm, line it up, line your fingers up with the corner or maybe slightly past the corner. And just hold that position for a bit. So from the side it looks like this. Okay, now front and corner, or towards the corner. It doesn't have to be exact corner. It's definitely not right out to the side. It's somewhere in between the side and the corner, actually. And this hand is like this. So it's kind of down with a slight bend in the arm. Okay, so now we go like this. Chop. That's it. Between the side and the corner, straight ahead. It's almost like you're chopping with the hands. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, and relax. Now, transfer your weight, raise your knee, push out with the foot. I'll show you that from the side. So you raise your knee, push out with the foot. So you don't have to go, you can do it low. Knee, push, and keep a slight bend in the leg. I'll show you that from the diagonal view. So I transfer my weight, push. Transfer the weight, push. Keep a slight bend in the knee. Okay, and then what you do is you do your arms. 1, 2. So if you want, you can just do it to cat stance, actually. If you don't want to kick, just go to cat stance, everybody. Cat stance. Cat stance. Hand towards the front, hands between the corner and the side. Looking forwards, listening behind, hips level. 1. So what I'm doing is my hand is in the same direction as my foot. So when I kick, so if I show you this from the side, and you want to sink before you kick. Show from the other side. So we're just going to do that. So what happens after the kick has finished, you go to play the peeper position. So that the fingertips in line with the crease of the wrist. So you're out here, then you're here, and then you're here, then you're here, and then 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right. And when you're kicking, you want to sink first. So this is quite sunk. So when you lift your knee and push out with a heel, it's a bit like if you, so you've got a door there and you've got a tray full of drinks and the door opens outwards. It's like you're pushing the door so you can go past. So start with your cat stance, and then the hands raise the knee, you push kick, you come back, and then you so if you find yourself doing this, get your hips level. Get your hips level, look forward, listen behind. Get your balance. So if you watch the lady in the pink doing the 24-step form, that's Master Huang Ping's student. When she kicks, she extends her leg and it goes about head height. I can't quite do that. You'd need to have very stretched hamstrings. But if you do your stretches, then you can kick. And Barry McGinley, when he does his kick ends up quite high. But it can be anything. It's actually better to start off low and then see if you can work your way high. I can get to about the middle because it's a push kick. So, but in the younger, more flexible people, I have seen them do it right up to about head height. So let's do a few more. Kick with left leg, play the peeper. Kick with right leg, play the peeper. One more each side. Kick with left leg, play the peeper. Kick with right leg, play the peeper. Yeah. Okay, we'll let that cook. We'll keep working on that. Nice and tall. So the hips rise, you breathe in, the hands follow. Breathe out, the hips sink, the hands follow. Relax the shoulders, relax the elbows and the wrists. And wild goose flies. So we'll do the subdued version today. Oh, my shorts are mine. One more. Parting the clouds. Okay. And then grasp the sparrow's tail. White crane spreads its wings. Grasp the sparrow's tail. White crane spreads its wings. So keep this very understated. So the arm comes up. You feel a stretch in the arm and then a slight intention forward as you put 20% of the weight in the front foot. Lengthen through the back. Also, you want very good posture when you're doing this. It's one of the ones you sometimes see on the front cover of Tai Chi magazines. So you want to be nice and tall. Show you that. Show you from the diagonal view. The side and the front. Okay, and then the same hand, move this hand down. Golden cockerel stands on, oh, it's another new move. Left leg, golden cockerel stands on right leg. Golden cockerel stands on left leg. We'll just do it now. We'll explain it next week. Show you from the back. Golden cockerel stands on right leg. Golden cockerel stands on left leg. And you've got your lion's mouth. Lion's mouth. So you can see why we did all that footwork earlier. Keep your knees relaxed. Keep your hips level and sunk. So as this hand comes down, push down with the hand as you rise up. So there's a counter movement happening. One more each side. Golden cockerel or golden rooster. The bear. So slightly bigger than normal Wu Chi. It doesn't have to be huge. So sink your shoulders, sink your hips. Breathe. Relax the palms of the hands. Wave hands like clouds. One more each side. Slightly wider stance. Part the wild horse's main health exercise. Hold the ball. Again, be mindful of the transferring of your weight. So remember, it's about 60-40 or thereabouts. And keep this nice space and rounded shape in the arms. Show that from the back. Sink the hips. soften the palms of the hands. Okay, one more time each side. Right, I'll show you these from the diagonal. We're going to do inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, ward off, and double-handed push a few times, and then we're going to do grasp the tiger's ears a few times. So but we'll do inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, ward off, double-handed push on both sides for a bit. Inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, ward off, double-handed push. Hold the ball. Inspect the horse's mouth. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's better. 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Right angle. 2, 1, 2, 3. Inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. Ward off. Double-handed push. Okay, now we're going to hold the postures. Hold the ball. So you want your weight about 60 to 70%, probably more like 70%, and you're turning towards that leg. Now transfer the weight, turn to the front, inspect the horse's mouth. So there's a upward feeling in the front hand, and your fingers are there's an intention in the fingers towards the top corner. Now turn the hands over. Now sink the weight down, and then have your Lao Gong point on your Lung One point or Chihu point, and point your fingers towards the corner, between the corner and the side, like when we were doing the kick. Okay, now bring the hand in towards the wrist. Get that right angle. Now sink the weight forwards and sink down into that front foot. So this feels like a barrier. Then take your glove off, open the hands a little, sink back, elbows out, and then double-handed push. And again, as the hands go up, the weight and the hips sink down. So it's almost like counter force between the up and the down. Okay, great. We'll do that lots on the other side and finish off with holding. Inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. Ward off. Double-handed push. Inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. Ward off. Double-handed push. Inspect the horse's mouth. Roll back. Ward off. Double-handed push. Okay, now after this one, we're going to hold postures. Hold the ball, sink your weight, and this is almost like a spiraling and a spring that's been pushed down and squashed. Now you transfer the weight and turn, release that spiral, and then the palm, the fingers are pointing towards the wall, the other fingers are on the crease of the wrist. Inspect the horse's mouth, nice and relaxed. Now, get that, palm up, palm down. Now roll back. Now again, you've got that coiling spring feel. So between the corner and the side, and then the hand, lao gong over your lung 1 point. Turn the waist, rest the hands almost touching the wrist. Now you transfer your weight and make that barrier. Tall through your spine, softly gazing forwards. And then double-handed push. And this goes down as this pushes up. Tall through the spine. Good posture. Okay. Right. So now, rooster stance. Put the foot down, put the hands down, make a fist, and then diagonally shaped fists. So not horizontal, not vertical, diagonal and round and wide. Remember, you've got to be able to fit a tiger's head in between your arms. Tigers have got big heads. 2. Nice. So I'll show it from the side. So I'm actually quite upright. 3. And 4. 1, 2. Transfer the weight. Okay, other side. So I'll do it from the diagonal actually. 1, like you're reading a broadsheet. 2, my weight is still back. 3, I sink forward. 4, grasp the tiger's ears. So you want to be positive. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got that wrong. Let's do it right. 1, 2. That's it. 3, 4. Okay, we've got a minute to go. So let's go through the first third of the form. So from the beginning to the end of step back and repulse the monkey. And then hopefully that will work. So if you need to go, feel free. We started a shade after 10 and I want you to get your money's worth. So here we go. Breathing in and out. I'll talk you through it. Breathe in and begin. Raise arms. Breathe in. Bring the hands into the chest. Breathe out. Turn. Push out, gather under, hold the ball. Step. Part the wild horse's mane. Sink back and turn. Sink forwards. Step. Part the wild horse's mane. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time side step, grasp the sparrow's tail, white crane spreads its wings, 20% of the weight in the front foot, hold the small ball, brush knee and push. Sink back, hold the small ball into brush knee and push. Sink back, hold a small ball, brush knee and push. This time spear hand, cut down, Raise the knee. Play the peeper. Step back and repulse the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. End of first third. Right. Woo. Okay, let's breathe in and out. One more time. Embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. One more time. And then rub the hands together and polishing the face. So we should look extra young this morning. Very good. Rub the hands together and give the lower back a rub. And then relax around the knees, sink the hips. Take a few slow, deep breaths. And make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together, and bow.